Hi, my name is Ben Kanbur and I'm an AS student at the Billericay School. I've chosen to create a horror thriller movie because the research I did demonstrates that horror movies are as popular now as they were 20 years ago. The reason horror movies are so popular now is that most horror movies play on the primal fears of their audience. For example, in 1999, The Sixth Sense pulled in $26,681,262 in the opening weekend, and to this day has a total domestic gross of $293,506,292. On the other hand, The Woman in Black was released on the 3rd of February 2012 and took in $20,874,072 in its opening weekend. Its total domestic as of February 27, 2012 has now reached $50,602,245. As a result of these figures, clearly horror movies are as popular now as they were 20 years ago. To acquire a better understanding of horror movies, mainly makeup and props, I created a mood board. I therefore had a variety of pictures of horror characters. This allowed me to experiment with fake blood and the chroma key to create a gory, bloody zombie character. An important part of my research was watching horror scenes from related movies on YouTube and Vimeo. This allowed me to watch other AS students' films, and this gave me a better understanding of how to create my movie. To help me organise the camera shots and the directions for my actors, I created a storyboard. My storyboard consists of pictures and instructions in which my characters move. To film my movie, I used a JVC HD camera. I did not change the lighting or the camera or adjust the pictures of the camera in any way. The JVC camera was very simple and easy to use, but also a high quality piece of equipment, including a 2.7-inch LCD camera screen, an optical zoom, and a Minolta HD lens. In the process of making a film, I have gained many skills and an understanding of filmmaking. I now understand how to correctly use different camera angles. For example, I understand now how to correctly frame a shot. Therefore, I haven't got any shots where there's a widely unused section of the frame. As well as learning to shoot different camera angles correctly, I've also learned to edit my scenes correctly by making the scenes join smoothly, and not edit the scenes to create a tensible conversation. And by that I mean having a dialogue and waiting for a reaction shot, rather than having dialogue and jumping to the next character's dialogue and not having a reaction shot in between. To upload and edit my films, I've used Final Cut Express program, which has many resources available to edit films successfully. Among many video effects and filters, I used the chroma key green screen editor. It allowed me to create a hole in the back of my first actor, creating the effect of a severe wound. I did this by sticking a blue felt circle on the back of my actor. I then recorded the scene and uploaded it to Final Cut Express. From there I could gradually cut away the blue circle and replace the black hole with the face of my second actor. To do this, I filmed my actor with his back facing the camera and focused on the blue felt. I then recorded a short reaction shot of my second actor after uploading these scenes. I pasted the reaction shot of my second actor below and the wounded back shot of my first actor, allowing the reaction shot to act as a background of the wounded back shot. Therefore, my second actor's reaction shot could be seen through the chroma key edited hole. I was inspired to film the shot by the garden scene in the 2004 horror comedy movie Shaun of the Dead. As well as using the chroma key, I used the colour adjuster in Final Cut Express to brighten a close-up scene of my second actor, as the light was starting to fade while I was starting to film. To brighten the shot, I adjusted the whites of the shot and the mids. This allowed me to eliminate the darkness of the shot and make the shot seem as though it had been shot in midday. Furthermore, to create my film company's logos and titles, I used the program LiveType. This allowed me to adjust the font, the size and the colour of my text to make the names jump out and attract the audience. In addition, to create the pictures and main focus of the film's company's intros, I used Final Cut Express, for example, to make the barrel bounce in my Barrel Productions company introduction. While creating my film company intro, Barrel Productions, I started searching for a sound effect of glass breaking. At the end of my intro, a barrel hits the computer screen, cracking it. I couldn't find a sound effect of the glass shattering. I therefore created my own sound effect. I dropped the glass in front of the camera, which picked up the sound very clearly and also sounds very effective. I uploaded the sound to Final Cut Express, cropped it where necessary, and matched it to the video. To contribute to the believability of my film, I've used props that add to the authenticity. To create an abandoned neighbourhood effect, I had a car parked on the curb to make it look as though it swerved off the road. I also left the doors open to give the impression that somebody had come into contact with something that made them run away. I was inspired to film an abandoned car scene by the 2010 thriller film Vanishing on 7th Street. Democratisation was a big factor in the process of making my film. Democratisation allows anybody to make a film as long as they have a camera and a computer, whereas a few years ago only film companies could make films because of the fact that they have money for high-tech equipment. This also links with convergence, which is where you can film a movie, edit it and add music without getting out of your chair, which is what I was able to do. Convergence also links with the fact that anybody can make a film, but it is useless if that person does not have the knowledge of filmmaking. For example, if they don't know how to film a match on action correctly time conversation, and not create a tennis ball conversation, 180-degree rule, and many more rules that are compulsory when making a film. Overall, I have learned editing skills such as joining shots smoothly and making sure important pauses are used before a response of the other actor. I also learned more technical editing techniques and learned to use programs such as the chroma key and colour adjuster in Final Cut Express, and using LiveType to manipulate text.